Hello, Mago. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Chart Striker. This is Dana. Hope all of you have had an awesome day so far. Bitcoin is about to have an awesome, time soon, at least, for the short to midterm by the looks of it. So I hope all of you have had, if not, more awesome, but an awesome day at least. Welcome to the show. This is stream number 144. Like, I can't, every time I see the numbers go up on the streams, I can't believe, like, I'm actually streaming. Like, I never thought I'd see myself ever, like, streaming and so on and so forth. But I'm glad I am. I'm glad I am. Got to meet some, nice people along the way, and sharing ideas and getting this nice community together and so on and so forth. It's a good feeling. I hope you think likewise, at least. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching the show. So I'm glad you're here. So let's get in, into the TA and see what's going on. Bitcoin is hanging in there, guys. It's hanging in there like bulls do not want to give it up that easy this time. I mean, those consolidations we're having, sideways actions we're having, over and over again, keep on resulting in us, breaking to new highs, at least for now. At least for now, okay? Um, it's not looking bad. Like, it's not looking bad. So we'll see what's going on with it, on the daily and so on and so forth and whatnot. Well, go everybody else. Hope you're ready for this one. Like, as usual, we're gonna, try to make it an awesome show. Okay, so daily, let's get into it. We still are holding above this critical level right here, 22,500 level. Okay, remember this level? It's an important one. Like I told you guys, if we would have seen a close below 21,800, fine, that would have pulled us, a bit lower to the lows of at least, 21,000, if not, 20,000, 800-ish, a bit lower, somewhere around that level, But we're still holding 22.5. Like, it's okay. It's fine. We're consolidating again, like every consolidation we've had so far. On the daily, we haven't had that much. Like, if you guys, have a closer look at the charts, let me remove all the noise with this. Okay. So since that, reversal patterns we saw, we've been going straight up. We've had one consolidation, action on the daily. Literally one. Okay, this is the second one we are at right now. But this is all we had daily wise. Okay, daily time frame. Since then, I mean, before that one, it was straight up, sideways, a little bit up, one leg up here, and then sideways. And now I'm expecting one more leg up. Where? To these levels, okay? But before that happens, for that to happen, there is something that needs to happen, okay? And that is a close at least above this level right here, 23,379, okay? Let's just say 23,380, right? On the 4-hourly, if we see any close above this level, it could, it's good enough. It's kind of good enough, okay? It could take us to that level, eventually then, to this level that is. Then we are gonna come and meet this heavy, critical heavy level when it comes to Bitcoin, which is around 25,000. Now, if you guys look left, it was the last time Bitcoin was, on the higher range before it had this dumpish action go on all the way, to these levels, right? So this level right here is very, very critical, very critical. And guys, when I say critical levels, they are most of the time very critical levels, okay? Sometimes half half, but we're talking about super critical levels right now, okay? Mega critical levels. If we see a daily candle close above $25,000, again, do not be shocked if it comes to 27 to 30-ish. Like, do not, like, there is really not gonna be anything shocking about that if that happens, okay? But for now, let's take it level by level. On the daily, there is still some, positive momentum going on when it comes to the oscillators. Like, that hasn't changed at all. Hold on. Accidentally, changed this. And RSI is overcooked. How long have I been saying it's overcooked? I think almost a week now, right? It is still overcooked. That hasn't changed a bit. It doesn't mean we can't, rise up to these levels. Like, we're eventually gonna be building a bad divergence, okay? By the way things are looking, that's what could come most likely. So we are ready for that. There is no worries. We are, ready for that. But right now, I cannot say that it's looking weak. It might be overcooked on the RSI. It uh, it might be, having a fight with the bulls and the bears and so on and so forth. But I think the bulls are gonna take over at least, on one more, leg up, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see if the bears come in strong at this level, or if we see another consolidation action like this one, okay, then see that the bulls are still in charge pretty much. That would do it, okay? That would do it. That means then we're pretty much, going to the upside, because right now, I told you guys, I see a fight. On the shorter time frames, we saw that, there was some type of, we could, pull back. We pulled back to these levels as, expected. Well, okay, I don't want to sound too cocky in that way, but, as we, it was one of these scenarios we spoke about, okay? Because it's happened, so we gotta respect the TA, right? But it looks like if we can just, see an hourly close, at least an hourly close above this level right here, this red line, okay? 23,200-ish. Yeah. Still, the main one is 23,380, but 23,200-ish. It could be some type of a warning, that we could be seeing this rise to this leg up, because I really do not see anything else saying otherwise at the moment. Like, I'm trying to find, something in the charts telling us otherwise, but I do not see it, guys. I can't find anything, okay? Sure, it's overcooked. RSI is overcooked, but that's the only thing that I can say is looking like meh. Otherwise, it's fine. It's still fine. It's still, surviving, okay? So that's Bitcoin pretty much. Like, the way things are looking, this is most likely to happen. Us seeing these levels, 24,200 to 25,000, somewhere, within this box, is not gonna be that shocking, okay? So on the 4-hourly chart, there is no nice divergence. MACD is pretty much, bearish. We have, negative momentum on the oscillators and so on and so forth. But daily, I have to tell you, daily is not looking that bad, okay? Midterm is not looking that bad right now. Like, short to midterm, actually, short to midterm, to be a bit more on the safer side, okay? Because long term, we'll see what happens, but short to midterm, it's still looking finish. But very, very short term, very, very short term, if we get rejected at these levels again, You know the support, it's right here in front of you. 22,500, 50-ish to all the way to 22,260 is the support that I'm looking at. Now, if we see a daily candle close, when, this is when I'm gonna be cautious, okay? Any daily candle close below 21,000, 900-ish, 21,800-ish, I'm gonna, be a bit cautious because then we could, pull back a little bit more. I'm not saying, dump, but correction, like a nice, deep correction, okay? So that's Bitcoin pretty much. We've gone through the daily, we've gone through the 4-hourly. Let's go ahead and look at the hourly and see if there's anything interesting there as well. Okay, we can definitely say that the nice divergence has already developed, right? It's playing out at the moment, okay? So that's good. We'll see where this takes us, but I don't see any strong weakness. Like we just need to break above this level. Of course, if anything new develops on the chart, I'm gonna, just change my my opinion immediately. Like I'm not gonna be hard-headed and go like, no, it's gonna go straight up. But right now, at the moment, still looking fine, guys. It's still looking fine. But if there's anything that changes, of course, we have to adapt to the charts and just respect the TA and take it from there, okay? So this Bitcoin, now let's go ahead and look at, hold on, one more thing. No, there is no, like, look guys, I thought I saw some bad divergence, yeah. Okay, we do have some bad divergence on the hourly. Just so you guys are aware, there is some on the hourly, but it's developing. It's not complete yet, okay? It's developing. We'll see what happens. It's just on one of the oscillators, not both. But this action right here, it doesn't look that bad to me, like especially if it can close anywhere above $23,000 on the hourly. It's not the worst sign. But main level, 23,380-ish, and I'm being conservative, okay? Alright, let's head over to Ethereum now. Feels like the music is a bit too loud. Is it okay, chat, or maybe a bit better now, right? Okay, let's head over to Ethereum and see what's going on. Like so far, TA has been respected, so we can't be mad about the situation. Okay, so Ethereum, we still need that, close on the daily above 1,650, dollars. If we can see that, there is some hurdle around 1,720-ish dollars, just so you guys are aware, okay? This is on the 4-hourly, on the daily as well. Any 4-hourly candle close is gonna, awesome ago. Any 4-hourly candle close is gonna like help us get to these levels, like most likely that we get to 1,780-ish to 1,850 and retest this resistance. Now, if we start seeing weakness here, okay, then we know we might see, some consolidation or at least a pullback to 1,720-ish, if not a bit lower to the lows of $1,700. But otherwise, not much holding you until, the top of $2,000. Like around $2,000 is the next resistance if we can see a daily candle close above 1,850, okay? But before all this happens, of course, main thing that needs to happen is a close. Well, not needs to, but according to TA, we need to see a close above this area right here, okay? 1,660-ish. If that happens, fine. Things are gonna start looking a bit brighter, okay? Let's see now. There is some bad divergence, of course. We've been seeing it build for a while now, so this is nothing strange really, right? We are holding support. The support that we spoke about, yesterday is still holding. the fight was going on between the bulls and the bears. It's not completely, out of the question yet. Bitcoin looking a bit better today, just today. Bitcoin is looking a bit better than Ethereum, okay? On the daily at least, on the daily. Now let's head over to the 4-hourly and see what's going on there. Hi guys, support between 1,620 to around 1,600-ish dollars. Pretty much the same, not a big difference, but there is support there. We will see what happens if we close anywhere below this blue line. I expect us to come a bit lower, okay, at least to 1,500 there, 60-ish to 1,550-ish dollars. Like, it's pretty much the same. That hasn't changed. On the 4-hourly, there is this negative momentum going on both oscillators. MACD is bearish pretty much. Like, look, on the daily, it's not really looking as good as Bitcoin, but things can change. Things can change. New things develop as time passes, so we'll see what happens. But on the daily, on the 4-hourly, excuse me, we need to see a close at least above this level. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. Because any 4-hourly candle close above this area leads to a rise, right? Right here. So, if we can close above 1,680-ish, okay, just to be a bit more conservative. Remember this hurdle that we have, this obstacle that we have to climb over, get to these levels, 1,720-ish dollars. If we see some type of hard, resistance around these levels, we could, pull back to at least, 1,665 again. Not a big difference, but I want to be as detailed as possible when it comes to TA and not just, talk about the daily and weekly and then call it a show, right? So just, trying to let you guys know what could, be in store for us. Let's have a look at the hourly. Yeah, hourly support, if you guys look closely, this blue line is acting as a perfect support, especially when you look at the hourly. You can see that we didn't have not even one candle close below this level, not one, okay? So it's really looking good. Then if we do this, let me just draw it for you. Hold on, maybe I should do it on this chart instead. Something interesting. I see something interesting. I spy something good. Let's see if it makes sense, or the eyes are just telling lies and so on and so forth. Let's have a look at it. If it is what I think it is, it's not a bad thing for Ethereum. Yep, I think it is what I think it is. So we have this, these do not always work out 100%, but nevertheless, we spotted it. We have to talk about it also. Okay, why not? But we have this nice, bullseye building on the hourly right now. So if it's respected, it's gonna help, the case of Ethereum, going to the upside. Fine. So this is not a bad look on the hourly. Not a bad look. Let's see if we have some nice divergence as well. Indeed, we do on one of the oscillators. Okay, not both, but on one of the oscillators, there is some nice divergence that already kind of developed. It's playing out right now. At the same time, what is conflicting is, look, there's some, bullish, MACD and so on and so forth. But what's conflicting is if we do not see an hourly candle close above 1,640-ish dollars, like pretty soon, sometime today, okay, it could turn out to be bad. So because there is some bad divergence on the hourly, I just wanna highlight that, okay? There is some weak strength in the positive momentums, if you get what I mean, okay? So that's Ethereum pretty much. Let's head over to the altcoins. I think I've already spoken about support when it comes to Ethereum. Yep. On the daily though, it's pretty much the same. Any candle close below this level on the daily would pull us a bit more lower, okay, at least to around 1,500, 550-ish to 1,500-ish dollars, okay? That in mind. Now we can move on to the altcoins. I gotta have a sip of water, hold on. By the way, guys, if you guys see that cup in the, bottom left of the screen, we're trying to modify and fix some things. Like we have some nice, well, I think you call them emojis, maybe bit, balls. I don't know what they're called, but every time somebody tips, depending on how much the tip is and so on and so forth, we are gonna have some nice images or emojis or something like that, that come up, and it's gonna be exciting. Like it's fire. I can say this much. It's fire. Period. Okay. So hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy that as well. I'm trying to make it as entertaining and fun for you guys as well. Not just have a serious time doing TA, but enjoy the show as well. So that's what you see. It's our tipping jar or tipping cup. I don't know what to call it, okay, but let's call it our hype cup, okay? Hype cup. So yeah, any tip will go straight in there and so on and so forth, and it's actually kind of fun. But we might change the cup. We'll see what we do and so on and so forth. But we're just, I'm just, trying out some things now, just, so I can have a better understanding, so I can let the people that are working on it know what I want and what I don't want. But we have some things ready. It is actually finished, but it didn't work out the way I wanted to, so just giving it some time, and I want to see how it works on the stream. So that's that, so you guys do not wonder what the heck is right there, and just think that it's nothing special. It is pretty special, okay? All right, let's move on to the altcoins, like the interesting part. So Aptos, apt. Guess what? We were not able to break above this 14.3, 8-ish dollars yet at least. If it happens, you guys know next levels would be around 14.9-ish to 15.3-ish levels, somewhere around that area. But need to get above this level, at least on a 4-hourly or hourly. That could also work. Then eventually see around these levels. Our side pretty much overcooked. We do have positive momentum on the oscillators, like that's undeniable, okay? The bad divergence that we had on the RSI is gone. Forget about it, okay? There is no bad divergence whatsoever, like none when it comes to Atos. On the daily at least. Now, I see that the bears, are trying to do something. I already, made a short video 3 days ago or so, and I told you guys that they are kind of, playing peekaboo. They are here. They're trying to say that we are here. We're not gone. But the bulls keep on fighting. And on top of that, we're still holding this support level right here, around 12.5-ish dollars. If we, break below this level, even on an hourly, could, pull us a bit lower to around 11.7-ish to 11.2-ish. Very, very possible if that happens. But right now we're still holding. We're still holding by a thread, but we're still holding, okay? On the 4 hourly, the bears have been in charge pretty much. Now we do have, look at this. This is what's going on with APOS. We have some nice divergence that is building right now at the moment. So the bulls are not gone yet. There's some nice divergence developing at the moment, okay? So in other words, if something like this happens, like we see some consolidation, okay, maybe some sideways action, that could maybe take us, back to these, well, not back, but at least, to this level. Now, if we get below this area right here, then I change my mind, but until then, it's looking fine-ish. It's looking fine-ish, okay? Looking at the hourly, let's see, negative momentum on the oscillators. We have some nice divergence, building on the hourly as well. This is not so bad, guys. Not so bad on the hourly. I can see that the bears are a bit tired, but on the hourly we have some resistance, new resistance levels, okay? Let me just draw it for you, hold on. So, this is the hourly resistance I'm looking at. It should be blue. Cool. If we can see a close on the hourly above this area, next resistance is here. Do not be confused, okay? Doesn't mean straight up. We have some obstacles on the upper side, guys, okay? So if we see a close above 14.4, this level right here, eventually around these areas. But until then, we can come up, see some resistance here. If we get rejected, it means bears are coming back, because on the 4-hourly, unless, for example, with the nice divergence that we have here, and maybe a candle close looking like what it's looking like right now, but we have 3 hours to go. 3 hours to go, so many things can happen, in 3 hours, so just gotta give it some time. But something like this, or maybe a hammer, something like that, would help this nice divergence, that we are seeing, kind of play hand in hand for us to go at least to these levels, okay? The hourly resistance, fine. But remember, first resistance we need to break above 13.72. Second one is around this level, 14.4. And the main one, this is the daily, okay? The main one is up here. So if Bitcoin actually has, gets, one more leg up, it could take the altcoins with it, give it also, a push to have one more leg up, including ACT, for example. And then we see what happens, okay? Then we see what happens. But on the daily, we are still fine, we're still looking okay-ish. I have to say, our side did go parabolic. Price did have a nice rise, from this level when we're speaking about it. In just a matter of a few days, literally 3 days, it's gone up 80%. 80% since I told you guys, keep your eyes on ALTCOINS. Bitcoin has been, just, doing fine, but some of these altcoins have gone nuts, okay? So yeah, that's Aptos, the support levels that we could, come back and retest, and, the resistance levels and so on and so forth. Now, I can let you know what levels, could be coming next if we break above this level, but right now I feel like this resistance is a bit troublesome, so not gonna discuss that at the moment. We'll see after we get above this level, or at least reach this level. Okay, fine, then I'll be able to recalculate for the next ones, but right now just gotta give it some time. Okay, so that's Aptos. Let's move on to the next one. Phantom. On the daily Phantom, we have this bad divergence that is going on both oscillators, like not going on, but it's developing right now, okay? We are at resistance, keep this in mind, we are at resistance, hence we're kind of seeing, this, you see, sideways action right now, since we are at resistance, like there's a fight going on between the bulls and the bears at the moment. Back to the daily. Like, I can't say I see any warning signs looking at the daily when it comes to Phantom. It's pretty much still hanging in there. It's like bulls got more control than the bears on the daily still. Like, if things change, I'm gonna change my mind, but for now, prior daily candle close was not a bad one. I can't say it's a strong bullish engulfing candle, but bulls pretty much still in control, according to the prior daily candle. Now we'll see what happens with this one, and after we zoom in on the 4-hourly time frame, which is kind of saying, like, there's a lot of indecision, guys. Okay, there's a lot of indecision. If we can see a close above 0.41, well, 0.4418-ish or 0.42, fine. That would, take us to the next resistance, guys, because there is really not much. We have some, resistance around these levels. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. Horizontal line, and we'll do this. Okay, we got some resistance around these levels. Next, if we close above 0.42-ish, 4175, 42-ish, see eventually around 0.46, we got some resistance at that level. But if we can get above this one on a daily, see eventually at the second resistance area, okay, the major resistance area, which is around 0.51-ish to 0.55-ish dollars, okay? Now 4-hourly. By the way, positive momentum on the oscillators, except for the bearish divergence that I see on both oscillators. We still got some, positive momentum, okay? Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Bit closer. Also bad divergence, building on both oscillators here. MACD is bullish, fine. But do you guys notice this looks like some type of wedge? Let me draw it for you. Hold on. It's always better to see it visually, because sometimes my eyes, spots these kind of things. Either wedge, either channel, but I'm betting no, more of a wedge. But let's see. Just draw it and see what's going on. This is what I love with trend lines. Instead of guessing, making it a guessing game, you can just draw what you think you see, and you'll get your answers pretty much. Oh yeah. Yeah, so we do have some type of wedge. So if we see it break below this trend line, okay, we could come and retest, guys. We could come and retest, 0.37-ish to 0.36-ish. Very possible. If we lose that level, though, eventually around 0.34 to 0.32-ish dollars, okay? Like, if we break below this level, and maybe, they do not always, when we break to the downside, just one more thing to tell you guys, okay? When we break to the downside, it doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna go straight down. Sometimes we retest this, resistance line, well, support line right now, as resistance, and then we continue downwards. Then it's telling you it's being rejected, it's being respected as resistance. But sometimes, we really do not retest this support as resistance. It just, falls back down a little bit, and then end of story. Okay, so we'll see what happens. 0.37-ish to 0.36-ish is possible if we break below this level, and if we break to the upside, yeah, see eventually around 0.45-ish. Not looking that nice on the 4-hourly. Like, there is indecision, like there's a lot of fight going on. But on the daily, still fine-ish according to the prior daily candle, okay? Now let's have a look at the hourly. Notice how we are holding above this very major level, around 0.4 dollars. Okay, this pink line, it's holding like a king. On the hourly, we can see that it's still holding, and there's a lot of indecision going on. Okay, some sell pressure is coming in. Looking at the volume, if you guys notice, okay, and there is no nice divergence. We have some negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bearish right now. Like, let's just do this. Let's just fib it and see what's going on. Fib it. I tell you, I did not use the fib, and it's not off. Like, those of you, who've been watching the stream, you guys know that I do not always have the same levels as the fib, but this time, it's right there, okay, right there. Critical areas at the golden fib, support-wise. So just letting you know, okay, just letting you know. Now we can move on to the next one. Yeah, this wedge is kind of not one likes to see, but we'll see what happens. Now, next, let's just have a look at what Bitcoin is doing at the same time. Hanging on. We got trouble, getting above this 23,050-ish, 30-ish dollars. I don't know if I mentioned it, but if I didn't, let me just say the close above 23,040-ish dollars on the hourly is needed. Actually, to be a bit more conservative, $23,062. A close above that one is very much needed right now, okay, for us, to go a bit higher, okay, at least to 23,380-ish, because we got resistance there. Let me just do this. Fine, now we can move on to the next altcoin. we've had a look at Atos, Phantom. Bitcoin, Ethereum as usual too. Now Link. We are at resistance right now on the daily. We have positive momentum on the oscillators. Fine, that's good. There was, you know, indecision going on the prior daily candle. Okay, but the bulls are still kind of hanging in, guys. Now, if we see any daily candle close above 7.2-ish, you know, 7.25-ish dollars, see eventually around the next resistance, which is around 7.5 to 7.8-ish. We do have some resistance around 7.3. Let me just, you know, mention that. You guys can't see it maybe, but it's there, okay? Around 7.329 levels. Any for hourly candle close? Okay, hold on. Let me just remove this one. Yes. My heart just dropped down to my feet. Oh my god. I was not expecting that because I thought that I turned off the alarms and so on and so forth. Like, wow. Okay, if you guys got scared by that one, you're not alone. You're not alone. Like, I feel for you because I just felt that. That was not funny at all. God. Somebody calling him a go? Is it the alerts or literally somebody calling you on the phone? Like my heart rate just, you know, my pulse just went up by that alert. Wow, okay, wow. I need to calm that down. Wow, I was... okay, I have to admit, okay, I'm the type who can get, you know... Right? Right? Oh my god. I need to catch my breath. That was too much for me because I was completely, you know, focused on the TA, and then that sound came from nowhere. It was like, why you do that to me? Like, why? Like, take it easy. Well, let me just double check that the alarms are off, because if that happens one more time, like, guys, I might, you know, lose it, and we don't want that to happen live. So let me just, you know, okay. I think they're off. I think they're off. I hope to God they're off. Okay, okay, cool. That was not fun. I need to have a sip of water. What the heck? What the fudge? I was too focused on the TA. That came from nowhere. I'm not the type who gets scared easily, guys, okay? I'm just, you know... It just caught me off guard this time, but, yeah. We were at, we have this, I don't know what they call it, like, you know, those, you know, places where they have roller coasters and, you know, this and that. What is it called? Hold on. I have it in my tongue, like on my tongue, but I kind of forgot what it's called. What's the... Amusement park. Sorry, amusement park. With the, you know, different types of attractions, you know, and so on and so forth. And not so long ago in Halloween, yeah, you know, not a carnival per se, but an amusement park, like, you know, and we have, you know, many of those, and we went to one of the biggest in the country. Like, this was back in Halloween, okay, last year, and it was me and a group of some people, and we were just girls, okay, we were just girls because we wanted to have, you know, some girly moment and so on and so forth. So anybody who had, boyfriends had to leave them at home and so on and so forth, okay? So we went there and we went inside this horror chamber or horror house, something like that. Okay, it was Halloween. The whole theme was Halloween. Okay, the whole well amusement park at that time that day. So we were gonna go, and I kind of won the short stick, or should I say lost to the short stick. Okay, and I had to be in front of the line and the others were behind me, and we have to hold each other's shoulder and kind of go with a slow pace because there are other people in front of us and so on and so forth. Anyways, I was in front of the line. Not once through that whole house. We were in different, we went to 3 4 different houses, horror houses. In each and every one I had that bad luck. So I had, I want that short stick. So I had to be in front in each house. Guys, I did not open, I barely saw anything. Like I saw a bit of blood and something like that, like the screams and so on, like my heart was pacing so fast. But I closed my eyes. I just closed them as much as I could, tried to look down, just walked by all this, like the girls behind me at the end, they were like, how the hell did you not scream and so on and so forth. They had no idea. They had no idea I was freaking out. I was freaking out so bad. I was like praying in my head, that things are gonna go well. I was so scared, but I made it out. Not one scream. Like I felt like a hero at that day. Like I was, but never again, never ever again. Because I'm never, hopefully, I'm never ever gonna be the first to do it in line. Because that was one scary thing. Oh my god. Yeah, it's fun. Like it's fun to do those kind of things. Like it just kind of makes you feel like you're gonna get a heart attack, at some point. But I can't deny it's fun. But if you'd ask me if I'd do it, again, be first in line, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Like I'd rather. I don't want to be in the middle either, and I don't want to be last because sometimes those people who work inside these houses. And they try to scare you and so on and so forth. They get the people who are at in the last of the line most of the times because they come from the back and so on and so forth. Like I think it was good that I was first, but never again in my life. Like that was too much of a headache. After I went out, I just I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was mad at everybody. I just wanted to be quiet for for a minute. Sounds like you'd be good to do one of those ghost hunting shows. Magov, the show would end fast, okay? It wouldn't be going on like the T8s. It would probably end fast because somebody would probably have to call, the ambulance or something, because I might faint. That is impossible. I tell you now, impossible. No, no, like no. Thank you very much, but I'd rather not do that because yeah, like somebody has to call the ambulance. Like it has to be close to me. All right, guys. We have to. I gotta share some of my funny moments with you guys because my heart just paced as fast as it paced when I was in the horror house because of the alert. Not fun. Not fun at all. Don't worry about it. Just close your eyes and go in the dark room. You can't see anything else. Right? Just like the movies, right, Mago? Will be a-okay, a-okay. And then suddenly, you don't exist anymore. Like, nah, I'm fine. Like, I'd rather live. Like, I'm too young to die, too young, for heart attacks and so on and so forth. So, but you seem like you enjoy, these kind of things, right? In the dark. Like, no, I'm fine. I don't mind the dark. It's okay. But ghost house, haunted house, No, I have a friend who's a, editor and so on and so forth. He makes, films, short documentaries and so on and so forth. And he goes like willingly. Nobody forces him. He searches after these, those haunted houses and, makes, short films and so on and so forth. And one day, I don't know what he was thinking. He had the guts to call me and go like, Dana, yeah, you wanna, come and, see what we do and so on and so forth. I was like, no. I was like, the fact that you're even calling me and asking me this stuff, like, no. Oh yeah, I love going to hunt matches and dark forest, hunting coyotes and complete darkness in my friend's property kind of stuff. Like, Mago, you have some nerves. You have some nerves. I am not that. No, I can't. Maybe, if I'm around, some, big old guys, to protect, us or something. But no, otherwise, no. Heck no. Like somebody gotta twist my arm for me, to do these kind of things. Hmm. Okay, I don't want to look at Tesla, just, kind of stumbled upon it. You haven't lived until you heard coyote screaming, like hear coyote screaming at night in complete darkness when you can't even see your fingers ahead of you. Hunt coyote screaming. Like, who's forcing you, Mago? Who is forcing you? Like, like, we want you safe. Like, you don't have to do it. Buddy, like, why? Why? No, I think I'm gonna let that be, for another life or something like that, because it's not gonna be happening in my lifetime. Because no, just no. Coyote screaming. If I would have heard any coyote screaming, in the middle of nowhere, in a dark place, I'd be running towards the opposite direction that same second. Same second. It's madness, madness. But I know some people, love it, and you seem to be one of them, Mago. Like, you have a strong heart. I am not that person. I'm not. Okay, friends, a Litecoin. We've had a good laugh. Let's have a look at Litecoin now. You see, we are being rejected around these areas right now, around $94. Yeah, it's not dangerous, it's not fun. That's what I say. Oh my god, there are other, dangerous but safer, things you can do without, risking that much. Maybe you love the kick out of it, but yeah, I can just go to amusement parks and ride the roller coaster or other attractions. Get that same type of kick without hearing screams and seeing ghosts and whatnot. Litecoin friends, on the daily, we still have some trouble, getting above this level. $94. If we can get above it, what's coming next? $106 to $114 is eventually coming if you can see a daily candle close above this area. Now, the support is still holding at these, levels between 87 to, well, 87.5 to $86.3. As long as we do not, close below it, then we won't see the next support, which is around 84. Let's see now. Yeah, 84.5-ish to 82-ish dollars. Okay. But one good thing, you see this purple line that is drawn here? We are actually above it right now. We're kind of, trying to use it as support, so that's nice. But we have bad divergence. It doesn't mean we can't, come back and retest this level right here. It all depends on, what Bitcoin does next as well, because the odds are low. The odds are low that this is gonna continue running if we see some type of sideways, well, not sideways action. Sideways action is actually good for the alts. I already said that last time as well. I've already explained why. But if we pull back, Litecoin is not gonna go up while Bitcoin is, the chances are extremely low. It could happen, but chances are extremely low that 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 could happen. Okay, that was a lot of that's in the middle. So that's the resistance on the daily that we need to close above. Eventually see at these levels if that happens. And the support level right now, as long as we hold above this area, it's fine. If we break below it, wouldn't be that shocking if we come and retest lows of $80. Okay, and if we lose that one, pretty much the same. So eventually around 77-ish to 73-ish dollars. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. There is some bad divergence going on the 4-hourly. Not nice, not nice. There was nice divergence. Well, was there? Yeah, there was some type of let me just double check. No, there wasn't. I take that back. There wasn't. But there is some bad divergence going on both oscillators right now. Let's see a bit more closer. What I like is that we're holding above, this level right here. It's close to the purple line, around, $89-ish dollars. But looks like bears are kind of here when it comes to Litecoin. Looking at the shorter time frames, 4-hourly and so on and so forth. Also hourly, because this bad divergence is kind of playing out right now at the moment. Okay, the bad divergence that we saw on the 4-hourly. But if we hold $89, we could come a bit lower. Fine. If you want to be a bit more flexible, we could come a bit lower to $87-ish dollars, $88-ish dollars, these areas. If we hold, we could see another, rise to the upside, but then we have this resistance. Okay. Otherwise, it's not looking that bad on a daily, but on the shorter time frames, looks like some consolidation, sideways action, maybe a little pullback, just a little pullback to 88-ish, 87-ish could happen. If we close an hourly below $89, 89.3, expect that to happen. Otherwise, it's yeah, bulls are taking a rest or something. Okay, they are here, they're not gone, but they are on a break or something right now. It seems like it. Okay, so that's Litecoin. Awesomeness. Let's have a look at the next one. We are gonna have a look at Zen as well soon-ish, but I want to go through some others at the moment. HFT. Within a day, guys, within a day. This happened when yesterday at around 9 p.m. on the 22nd. Anyways, within a day, we hit this resistance for HFT. Looks like we are gonna be coming, looks like it wants to go back and retest this recent high again. But this resistance right here is major, friends. It's major, okay? If we get rejected again at these levels, it's not the strongest sign for HFT, but if we see a daily candle close above 0.53, even for hourly could work, okay? For hourly, like any daily candle close above 0.5-ish is good enough. Then see eventually around 0.57-ish, 0.62-ish. That hasn't changed, okay? We still have positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is not, really like it's stepping into these that overboughtish territories, but it's still fine. It's still okay. On the 4-hourly, we reset. There is some bad divergence building on both oscillators, but I think this is one of the last, well, not last. I think we're gonna be seeing, one leg up right now, and then we'll see what happens, because we don't have one, not two, but almost, three, triple, hidden divergence, well, bearish divergence right now. So let's see what happens. It doesn't mean we can't go back up a little bit. Probabilities are still, like 60-40 that we could, come to these levels. If I'm looking at what's going on right now on the charts, okay? So it's pretty much fine. On the 4-hourly, it's fine, except for this bad divergence that's building. That, makes me wanna feel like be a bit more cautious the higher we go, just to see, if we're gonna see strength coming in, or if the bears are gonna take over, right? We had some sell pressure come in earlier yesterday, right? Let's have a look at the hourly. Okay, bears got tired. See, nice hammers. This kind of action was what I was talking about when it came to one of the markets that we had a look at. So looks like it wants to continue, but yeah, 0.52 resistance on the hourly. If we can get above that one, good. If not, we can pull back to around 0.49-ish, all the way to 0.4750-ish, very possible. If that doesn't hold, and I'm talking hourly, okay? It takes some hours on the day, but I'm talking hourly right now. If that doesn't hold, see eventually around 0.44-ish again. No, new support around that level right now. Let me draw it for you. Here you go. Okay, so if you break this hourly support, then see eventually around 0.4-ish dollars, very possible. We have some nice divergence on the hourly though, on one of the oscillators, so that's nice. That's good, but we just need to break above this 0.52 area, okay? On the hourly, that would give us a warning that we could go a bit higher to at least and retest 0.54-ish. Any 4-hourly candles, any hourly candles above this level, we can see it eventually come up to 0.57 to 0.62-ish dollars. That's HFT, not looking that bad. Of course, when we reach these levels, if I see any other anything else developing, we will go ahead and talk about it, because after this, it's there's not much holding. Look, we need this close right above this level right here. And this is on the daily, okay? Any daily candle close above this one, see it eventually, we can see it eventually go and test 0.75-ish, 0.76-ish dollars. After that, we'll see what happens. But that's just, we kind of hit resistance, because I spoke about this resistance a few times now. We hit it, we pulled back to support levels, fine, good, but daily was looking, horrible. Now, if we cannot, close above this level, if we get rejected here, it's kind of some type of warning sign that, we can see either, consolidation or a pullback to support, okay? So that's HFT. It's up 10.3% on the daily already. Look guys, this was a nice one, because when I was talking about it, when I came out and I told you guys about this one, I think we were around, let's see now, 0.4-ish dollars, something like that, and then suddenly from nowhere in the middle of the stream, it just starts to go nuts a bit, to the upside. Many of these altcoins, including Aptos, UIDX, and a few more, I kind of forgot, but a few more, they've played out pretty nicely, like to the upside. Before the pumps happened, we spoke about it, like before the pumps, not when it was at $13, $14, even Solana, okay? Before the pumps happened, we spoke about it in a good time, like where one can maybe look at it and see if it's a good entry point or not. It's up to you to decide, but we caught it at very, very nice areas. Okay, that was HFT. Now let's move on to the next one. You gotta have a look at BNB. It's been a while we had a look at BNB. It's basically because I don't know how many times I've said it, like a broken record. I kept on saying 310, 311 is a major, I think I've been saying it since last year. No joke now, okay? I'm not joking. I know the year just begun, but I mean since maybe August, September, sometime around these levels, these months, I kept on talking like about how this area right here is a major resistance level for BNB, like major, okay? I can just stretch this out. I keep on stretching it, like every time it gets some type of resistance around these levels. Now let's see what's going on. I mean, this could pretty much get rejected again unless we see a daily candle close above $311. Some have been talking about that we could go straight up to 360, like Twitter has been exploding with these types of tweets. But those of you watching the show, you know about this level. I've spoken about it many times. This 310-ish, well, $308 to $311. Okay, if you guys remember. If not, I'm reminding you now. We spoke about it many times. Now, if we see a daily candle close above $312, if you want to be a bit more conservative, fine. That could take us a bit higher to at least 300, and 30-ish, $328-ish dollars. Any 4-hourly candle close or any daily candle close above that area would mean that we could see, levels of around 350-ish to 370-ish, very possible. Okay, I have spoken about this pattern just yesterday. Just yesterday, I was speaking about this pattern. Does anybody remember what I'm gonna say? Like, do any of you remember what I said? What do you see? What does your eye spy? I'm gonna give you a minute to answer. Okay. Guys, do you not see it? Come on. Does it help if I do this, maybe? One part of the body, next part of the body, third part of the body. What's going on here? Come on. No worries, no worries. This is, I gotta see if you guys are paying attention. That's why I keep on asking you questions. But what is this? What is this pattern that you see in front of you? And I just, just so you guys know, I inverted this is not how the actual chart is looking, but I, inverted the chart. But what do you see in front of you? Let's do this, because this is how it's actually looking. What is this? I spoke about it yesterday. Come on. Make me proud. Head and shoulder, but inverted head and shoulder, okay? Because this would be the head and shoulder right here. But right now, this way, it's the IHS, inverted head and shoulder, right? Looks like we're breaking out of the trend line, neckline, not trend line, okay, neckline. And you guys know what's up if that happens. When that happens, if that happens, you guys know what's going on, right? Good job, Margot. So, looks like for now, We might be finally breaking above this level. Finally. So see you eventually around, 328 to 330 for a start. Any close above that one? There's nothing holding us until these levels, guys. Nothing. Nada. Okay? It was good that we caught it while it was at resistance because we might have missed it. And what I love with BNB is the support held. It held once, held twice, and then since then, we kind of had, some type of, well, double, bottom-ish action. Not really, but some type, some variation of it. And then kind of built this nice inverted head and shoulder. Looks like, we are breaking. We have to hold, of course, above 307-ish dollars, otherwise it fails. Get back below it, get back below the neckline, okay? So it's looking good, it's looking fine. If we do not close on the daily, today's daily, if we do not close above 311.5, I'd be cautious, because if we see one more weak candle, at these levels, that's not, nice. I want to see strength. I want to see strength. I want to see a nice green candle, okay? It doesn't mean I'm gonna get what I want to see, but I'm just saying that would be nice for the bulls. On the hourly, we have some positive momentum. Our side is in bullish territories, okay? Same thing on the 4 hourly, our side is in bullish territories. Daily also, our side is in nice territories, okay? Like, okay, a lot of arguments for the bulls. A lot of arguments for the bulls when it comes to BNB. It's A-okay, friends. It's A-okay. We need the 4 hourly candle close above this level. On the hourly at the same thing. When I say this level, I mean 311.5. That would only mean we're gonna go a bit higher, to that next resistance level. Around this level right here. $327-ish to $334-ish dollars, okay, for start, before we go a bit higher right here. Awesomeness, cool. So we're done with BNB too. Or maybe not, because I didn't talk about support. Yep, okay, support. On the 4 hour, we have some support around these levels, guys. And if we close below this area, then see you at the around this next support right here, right? In other words, somewhere between this level right here, 286-ish or 287-ish to 200. 281, 280, okay? And this is on the 4 hourly support I'm talking about. So first right here, second right here. Oh, we're done with BNB. Daily, not much support really until this level right here, but that is only if we can't hold this support, then we can expect it to come a bit lower. Actually, this should be a bit like this. Hold on, I'll change this between $300 to 295. Okay, just to be a bit more on the safer side, a bit more flexible. Cool. So that's BNB. Awesome. Next, Zen. So Zen kind of held, around these levels. It decided not to even, come and touch this area right here. We never broke below it. Nice, nice, nice. Not much to complain about. Looking at the daily, you could see that we kind of, touched it, almost touched it, but really didn't touch it at the same time. It's kind of, just playing around. But it's so nice that, this area right here, support levels, around this level held. Now we are heading, towards this resistance 2154 to 2204. Okay, look how we literally almost touched it to the dot and we kind of pulled back. This happened today after the stream was over, after I told you guys that we got resistance around these levels. Now if we see a close above this area right here, which is 2204, the top of this box, eventually at next resistance, okay, next 4 hourly resistance, which is around 2342, so on and so forth. We have this nice divergence that looks like it wants to play out on the 4 hourly. Okay, it's on both oscillators. I already told you about this yesterday, guys. On the daily, I cannot do much with the data that we have. It's too little. Okay, too little. Let's have a look at the hourly. Okay, hourly, fine. We look, we need to close above this level right here, guys. 2110-ish to be a bit more conservative. Okay, 2110-ish. That would lead to this next resistance level right here. Fine. We got some type of bad divergence trying to build, but for it to build, this gotta continue, going a bit higher, at least to these levels. Okay, and oscillators not doing much, and then it would build. On the daily, it's pretty much okay. If we break this one, see eventually around 2450 to 2534, any close above that one, 2638 to 2704 next. But I just love how this, nice divergence is about to play out. Like, am I mistaken, or do I see some mini green bar right here? And MACD trying to go bullish again. I think I see it. I think it's there, guys. I think it's there. I think it's possible it could happen. Not sure if it's your end or mine, but the audio is breaking a little bit. Is it still breaking, Mago? Is it still bad, or... Okay, I hope you fixed it at your end, because I don't want you, to have trouble listening. I mean, hearing this. I had some sound, technical difficulties when it came to the sound yesterday. That's why I was super late to the show. But it decided to, I don't know, there's some, new settings and so on and so forth for the program I use for the streams. So I was having a lot of difficulties. So it could be on my end. I don't know. But let me know if that's the case. Okay, so that's Zen pretty much, friends. Support. We have some support around this, old resistance area. Okay, right here. Let's just pull back and let's say it's yellow. We'll gotta turn it to yellow now. Fine. If we lose this support area right here and we close any hourly candle below 2040, that would take us, a bit lower to at least, the lows of 2011, 1977, somewhere around these levels, okay? Any close above this one, of course, back to around 1925-ish to 188 something, 1886, 1880, okay? That's Zen. Let's move on with the next one. So far we've had a look at HFT, Aptos, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course, Zen just right now, Phantom, BNB, Bull. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's see where Solana is at. Is it still hanging on? Is it still cool? Yes, it is. Okay, still fine. Like it's still fine. Like I said, I was expecting, some consolidation, sideways action, maybe a little bit of a pullback, which we kind of had, right? And I did tell you guys yesterday that, well, let's get into the TA first, and then I'll let you know a little recap on what we said yesterday and so on and so forth. There's some bad divergence building, on the oscillators, but we do have positive momentum on both oscillators. Good. On the 4-hourly, MACD is, bearish. Our side is in, nice territories that favors the bulls more than anything else. We kind of held around this, top of this channel, which should have acted as support, and it kind of did. Like the fact that we pulled back a little bit is, I think, this channel is maybe not the most perfect, but you guys get the idea, right? We're holding. Look, I told you guys when we were around these levels, I think on the short video, that we could see some sort of a pullback, sideways action, but I wasn't rolling out this level yet, this $27.5 to $28. Like, it would be too soon to call it out, and I didn't see anything, telling us on the hard time frames, like on the daily, that it was over for Solana yet. So I was like, okay, we could see some corrections, and maybe something like this could happen. And right now, he is being respected, so all good. We just need a close above, to be on the safer side. We need a close above on the 4-hourly above 25.85-ish. On the hourly, $26, That would mean see eventually around $27.5 to $28 first, okay? First. If things go nuts, eventually, like, we shouldn't be shocked if we see Solana at around $30-ish, okay? It's still very possible from 30 to 32.95. Voice audio is extremely too low. Red X, welcome to the show. Hold on. Is the music too high or the voice is too low? Let me see which one it is. Gotta adjust this a little bit. Okay, let me know, guys. Is it a bit better now? Like, is the voice like balanced, sound, balanced, or is it only like it's still too low? Wow, okay. So music is good, but this like my voice is too low, right? It's louder now, your voice. Okay. Um, Redex, like, could you try to like the music is good for background, but not voice, right? Right. That's weird. Let me see what I can do. Hold on. Like, I'm glad you guys are letting me know because I can't, hear my voice at the moment. Hold on. Maybe fractionally. Okay. Okay, let's see then. Properties, filters. Okay, I'm gonna try to speak a bit louder. I don't know if it helps, thumbs up if it helps. If it doesn't, let me know again, because looking at the bars, the sound bars, like everything should be in order. And I'm the type who speaks a bit lower, sometimes it could be, that could be one of the reasons, but let me know if it's good enough right now. A bit better or still not that good? Like, it looks like I gotta like buy a new mic again. Because I thought I bought a pretty good one, but seems like for me the voice is adequate. I did have to adjust the audio higher when I first went on the channel. Voice is better, I guess. Okay, awesome, guys, awesome. Yeah, in the beginning, I think the music was a bit too loud today, but we kind of adjusted that. But yeah, like hopefully it works out now. There's a setting to increase the voice by 8 dB. I forgot where it is. Let me try to see. 8 dB, 8 dB. Like right now, it's at like this is too high. If I do this, it's a bit too high, guys, right? Because, okay, I'm just gonna speak, just gibberish. The audio is from the sound mixer. It's not? It's perfect? This is perfect? Like, I'm not hurting your ears, guys? Like, are you sure? Mago, Red X, is it good now? Because I'm afraid, like, I don't want you guys, to have pain and headache and so on and so forth from the sound being too good. I mean, not too good. I mean, too loud. Okay, I think it's a bit, different for everybody else. For everyone, I guess. Okay, Mago, just make sure that, your ears do not bleed out. I don't want you to have pain or something, but I'm glad that yeah, I'm trying to satisfy your ears at the same time, like all of you. But I'm glad that it sounds good. Okay, peak it a bit lower. Oh, Mago. I'm sorry if that hurt. I'm sorry if that hurt. I'm using other channels as audio level comparison. Uh, yeah, like thank you for letting me know because I have no idea. It's very I kind of never listen to my own videos after they're done. Like I think I've listened to one or two videos so far, and it's because I have to do a replay and so on and so forth, you know, talk about what I spoke about earlier and so on and so forth. But it's just a minute or two. I've never gone through a whole video. 152 subscribers. Is it 152 subscribers? Haven't seen where we are at. 153. 153, right. I think it hasn't updated yet, or did it? Yeah, it's 153. We are getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I remember when Mago and I and everybody else we used to watch the show. I think we were around what, 99, 95, if I'm not mistaken, like somewhere around these levels. Awesome. Mago, I hope you're fine. I hope your ears are fine, and so on and so forth. Awesome, Red X. Thanks for letting me know. Like, thank you guys. So that's pretty much Solana. Great, Mago, great. Because if you guys lose your ears, then, you know, I might have to start, you know, making, you know, sign languages and, well, you know, start using sign language and so on and so forth, and have to turn on the webcam and so on and so forth. So I'm glad no one is hurt, all is good, and sound is good. Thank you guys. Okay, let's move on. So that's Solana. I'm not ruling out this, you know, 27.5 to $28 is still not sure if I have missed AVAX, but can you view this chart, please? Yeah, it's you're lucky. I got it in my list for today, so we're gonna have a look at that one and Atom also, for anybody interested. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at the ACE, at those two ACE. Getting to it in a minute. So cool. Otherwise, you guys know, I think you know, but if you didn't know, there's that TA request, you know, $20, especially if I haven't, you know, done analysis on it earlier or before or something like that. But AVAX and Atom, and what else do I have on my list that we're gonna have a look at? Gala, Near, we're gonna be having a look at these. So hold on, it's coming, it's coming. So that's Solana, you know, the support levels, guys. Okay, if we see any daily candle close below 23.15, I'd be a bit, you know, prepared for a more deeper correction. Okay, at least, you know, to the loss of $21. I already said that last time, all the way to 21 to $20 really. Okay, if that happens. All right, fine. Now let's go ahead and look at Near, and then we'll have a look at AVAX and then Atom. Near, guys. I think this was one of the legendary, like, I won't say call, but bottom we found literally at the bottom. I can't say it enough because this is something like I want to frame, you know, print and frame and, you know, just, you know, keep it on the wall because this was awesomeness, guys. Awesomeness. Like anybody who missed me, you know, talking about TA is telling us there's a reversal pattern going on, and if we get, you know, one more, you know, fall to this level, to the support area, and then it really doesn't, you know, get any daily candle close below this level, and we see, you know, some strength come in, it's gonna be good times. Since then, guys, do you understand? You understand? Since we strikers called it, it went up 116% in 34 days. So in a month, all this action, right now we are at this third resistance on the daily, okay? Because second was here, third is here. Now, if we see, okay, if we see any daily candle close above this level right here, 2.872, let's just say 2.9. See eventually around $3. So we got some resistance at that level, but 2.9 to $3. Next level I'm keeping my eyes on is around 3.3 to 3.53-ish dollars, okay? Just so you guys are aware, we have this resistance around these levels. Positive momentum on the oscillators. 4-hourly is kind of losing, a bit of strength. We have this bad divergence going on, so on and so forth. Looks like there is a channel right here. Let me just draw it for you. If my eyes are not, lying or playing games with me, it should be here. That was one weird channel. Hold on. Let's give it another try. Yep. Okay, on the 4-hourly, the bad divergence on both the oscillators plus this, channel right here, like it's a bearish channel really, but then again, if we break above this hard line, okay, if we see any 4-hourly candle close above 2.67-ish dollars, eventually it's gonna lead, to us seeing it around 2.87-ish dollars, okay, the top of this box, fine. But then, if we break below this this level right here, the bottom of this channel, okay, see it as support levels, okay, well, support line. If we break below it, we could come back, to the levels of around, 2.4-ish to 2.3-ish, or let's just say, between 2.24 to 2.4-ish dollars, okay? That's what's going on with near, so bear in mind. Let me have a look. We haven't had a look at any moving averages nowadays. I mean, past 2 days, I think, because we've been busy with so many altcoins, looking at so many altcoins. But let's have a look at nearest moving average. Hold on. See now. Near. Okay, short term crossed above the midterm. Like the long-term moving average is just around the $3 area, guys. Okay, so one of two things could happen. We either see the bulls starting to lose strength when we reach to that level, or there's still gonna be strength and then price action starts to play above the long-term moving average, which could be nice. But moving averages in general, they are not bullish yet. Okay, it's only one thing that is looking good, and it's the short term above the midterm. But in general, still looking pretty meh, just so and so. Okay, so that's near pretty much. We've gone through support areas, we've gone through resistance levels, and so on and so forth. Now on the 4-hourly, yeah, like if we can get above this hard line, we can get up. Like bears were in charge, but you see this red line right here, okay, it is kind of acting as support. If I just turn it to blue now, because it was old resistance, right, it is acting as support right now to the dot. We kind of wicked below it, but never mind, no candle close below it, so it's cool. If there was a candle close below it, it would have been another situation. But right now on the hourly, I could see that there's a clear fight between the bulls and the bears. Awesomeness. I say awesome because this is after the bears were in charge, okay? So the bulls started fighting with them again. And this is Not that bad per se. Let me see. We have some nice divergence, like a type B divergence, guys, on the hourly right now, on one of the oscillators, okay? Just so everybody's aware. Yeah, that's pretty much it for near. Not looking that bad on the short time frames, but we are around resistance, so one could argue, to be cautious, but I see Bitcoin is having a run, 23,140-ish dollars right now, which could mean a bit more push, for many, could pull many other altcoins with it, right? So, AVAX next. Let's just have a look at Bitcoin at the same time, and I'm gonna bring forward the AVAX chart. This is looking nice, guys. This is looking nice right now. So many good things happening at the same time. Exciting markets for real. Okay, AVAX. Yeah. All right, so we are heading towards, next resistance. Obviously, we broke above, this resistance level. Remember? I think I spoke about this. This was one of those that we called, well, not called. We spoke about, a potential reversal being in. I told you guys about this, head and shoulder, well, not head and shoulders, but IHS inverted, head and shoulders right here, right? We broke above the neckline. What happened? Good times ahead of us, okay? We broke above this resistance as well right now, which is awesome. So looks like we're heading towards, by the way things are looking, we just, broke above this resistance as well. If we see a daily candle close above 18.5-ish dollars, guys, eventually around somewhere around 20.4-ish to $22 next on AVAX. Not much holding us. The next resistance after that is way around $24, okay? After that one, eventually around 25.44. Like, I'm taking it level by level because you guys must be prepared. Like, one should be prepared if they start seeing bulls losing strength at resistance levels, right? On the daily, we have some nice, momentum going on, positive momentum going on still. We have bearish divergence though developing, nothing complete, but it's developing on the daily. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Kind of the same on the 4-hourly as well, but RSI is in nice territories, in bullish territories, so that's positive. Looking good. Like, we are above this resistance on the 4-hourly, guys. It's not looking bad. This is looking nice. Let's have a look at the hourly. Like, AVAX is looking good so far, guys. Like, on the hourly, we do have some resistance around 19.3-ish. Any close above 19.3, let me just, draw a line for you so you guys see it visually. So on the hourly, we have a resistance around these levels right here, okay? That was one crooked trend line. There you go. So, a close above this level, see eventually around, 21-ish to 22, somewhere around these areas, that daily resistance, okay? When it comes to support, right now on the hourly, we have new support levels, and it's right here. Any close below 17.86-ish on the hourly, okay? Then that could pull us a bit more lower, to at least, 17.4-ish dollars. If we lose around, this area right here, around 17.5, $17.4, like we could pull back a bit lower to at least these levels. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. So first support right here on the hourly. First support. And second right here between 17.2-ish to 16.9-ish. I was about to write daily time frame, but it's not. Yeah, so we don't have to wait for a daily, candle close above this level to see if we're gonna come here. It could be enough for the 4 hourly and an hourly, okay? Even hourly could work. An hourly candle close above this one, most likely, like probabilities are gonna be higher that we reach, these levels, okay? For a start. And then, if everything works out, nice, in a good way, 21-ish to 22-ish dollars next, around these levels. I see, 20.4. I've drawn it like this just to be a bit more flexible, okay? But 21 to 22, we'll see what happens. The next resistance is all the way around 25 something before we hit major resistance, which is way higher, okay? All the way around, I think it was 30-ish dollars, somewhere around that level. Yep, okay. So that's AVAX. I put in an order for a long at 14.39 on AVAX. I can't believe it. At this rate, I'll be waiting for Santa Claus to come first. Wait, an order for a long at 14.13. That's not bad. 14.39 on AVAX. That's a nice, long position. So you went in at these levels, at support, which is not bad. 14.3. That's nice, kudos to you. Up already like 30% since that level. Around 30%-ish. That's awesome, Redex. I like hearing these kind of, things. Like, it's good to hear. But the order is not filled. No! Oh, okay. Now I'm following. Okay, that's sucks. Okay, okay. I understand your frustration. I see why you said waiting for Santa Claus to come first. Well, not necessarily. Like, no, it should be awesome, but my order is not filled. Yes. Okay, I get what you mean now. Like, the thing is, it all depends on, okay, if this weekly candle closes above this area, then yeah, Santa Claus might show up first, okay? No, I'm kidding, but it's gonna take some time, okay? We have resistance here. But if we pull back, like after, Bitcoin has this one more leg up, you kind of see, some type of a correction, maybe to 21, 800,000 or 22,000, somewhere around these levels. Many of these altcoins are kind of, pull back, pretty nice, okay? Now, I don't know how far yet because we have to see if some, certain support areas are gonna hold or not. But like, look, I can put it this way. I can put it this way. Um, $15 range is really not that far, okay? Let me say 14.8 to $15 range. It could take time. It could take time, but it's possible. It could happen, okay? It could happen. Because now I was just talking about the hourly support areas. If we're gonna look at the 4 hourly support areas, it's a bit different. Is for hourly, not much support until this level right here. Let me just draw it for you. Okay, so if we see Bitcoin, close anywhere on the 4 hourly, below 15.8, eventually we are gonna pull back to 14.5-ish, if not even 14, wick to $14, like not Bitcoin, I mean AVAX, that could happen. But I was just, talking about the hourly right now when it comes to support. I was not, talking about the 4 hourly, so not completely out of the question yet. I want to change it to a level here now, but I'm scared we go down. I'm using very low, very, very low leverage 1.5 or 2x. I have learned my lesson. Even 5x is just too high. Yep. Like sometimes it's. I'm not saying I like it when you guys get burned, but sometimes being burned kind of teaches you a hard lesson. Like you don't forget these kind of things. I understand what you mean. Like I can't tell you what to do, and so I'm not financial advisor, but yeah, like one should be cautious. Like areas of actions, someone like at the level you had your long position, which didn't fill. That was a nice area to take action. If one missed this level right here, this was another good level. Right now, it's a bit too risky. It's a bit too risky. Like you're saying, it's a bit too risky. There's a lot of resistance ahead. We are very close to resistance as well right now. Like we don't know what's gonna happen. At the same time, Bitcoin could start pulling or if we can't close above 23,350 ish dollars, we could see some type of a correction and so on and so forth. And every time we see some type of correction, on, let's say Bitcoin goes down $100, okay, $200, altcoins decide to go down even much more, like so. Yeah, everything affects the alts. Like everything Bitcoin does affects the alts like 5 times more, 10 times more in some cases. So understand why you're cautious. It's not a bad thing. Better be safe, and especially if you're not comfortable in a trade that you're thinking about, okay? Or you take a trade and you don't feel comfortable in it, then it's better not to take it. If you're not feeling comfortable in it, it's better just to let be. That is like your guts telling you do not do it. Sometimes it's good to listen to our guts, So that's AVAX. Now let's go ahead and look at Atom. At resistance, okay, positive momentum on the oscillators, bad divergence going on. Like this is interesting to see how we can't, see a daily candle close right above this level right here, 13.3-ish. Like this little mini candle close, above it is really not Jack S, okay, because there's no follow through. What I like to see is an actual nice, strong, candle close above this one, not something like this, and not, where you see the next candle just, pull back and just, ruin the whole action, okay? But we have positive momentum on the oscillators, but keep in mind, bad divergence going on. MACD still bullish. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Okay, we have some nice, divergence building on the 4-hourly. Cool. But we need to break above certain levels for us to be a bit more, like for us, to see at least, some upside action to 15.2-ish to 15.8-ish dollars. Okay, so let's see now. We need to break above this level. Let me draw it for you. So any 4-hourly candle close above this level, that blue box that you have in front of you, would kind of help Atom at least come to the levels of around $15, okay, to 15.8. If we can see a close above $13.6 on a 4-hourly, we could come and test this 4-hourly daily, profit taking level or resistance area, but it's not looking that horrible. Like, yeah, there is indecision going on, like fights going on between the bulls and the bears, but it's not looking that bad. Besides, we have clear support around these levels. Let me just draw it for you too. Looks like we're holding above it still. So you got this 4-hourly, support right here. Cool. If we close below this one though, on a 4-hourly, if you see any close, below 12.792-ish dollars, right? Then you see this old resistance that we had here around these levels. Next resistance would be around 12.5-ish to 12.27-ish, or if you want to be a bit more conservative, between 12.2 to 12.5. Okay, we lose 12.2, then back to these levels. There's literally not much holding us. If we lose 12.2, if we see any 4-hourly candle close below 12.2, it's a done deal. If we see any daily candle close below 12.55-ish, takes us lower, okay, to the lows of $12, if not even a bit lower than that. So that's Atom. The levels we can see to the upside, right? Things go well, okay? And it decides to have a run. And we can break above a 4-hourly candle above 13.6, see eventually around these levels. There are other levels to speak about, but I don't feel like it's necessary because we're so far away from that right now. So let's just, see what happens here first. Look how we keep on being even on the 10-minute chart. Do you see? The resistance at this level is real, guys. Look at this. Support is also real, but look at the resistance. It's a bit stronger. Here again. So yeah, it's important we get above this level for a start. Okay, so that's Atom. so far we've had a look at HFT, Aptos, Litecoin, King and Queen, Bitcoin and Ethereum, that is, and then Zen and Near as well, right? And Phantom, BNB, AVAX, Atom. Awesomeness. Oh. Wait, Geek is up like 5% on the day, on the new day. Look at this. Hello, Cake. Look at the good news when it comes to Cake. Like our side is still not overcooked, you know, like most of these altcoins, except for Link and Ripple and a very, you know, handful of, you know, some altcoins where our side is still, you know, looking fine, okay? There is no bad divergence on, you know, this oscillator at least, nothing that I can take note of, but we do have it right here on the other oscillator, and MACD is bullish. Like all in all, positive momentum on the oscillators, not bad. Like I said before yesterday, we are at resistance. If we break above it, see eventually around these levels. Now we're coming to test this resistance as well. It's gonna be interesting because look, guys, if we see any daily candle close above 4.350, okay, not much holding us until, well, we got some, you know, some medium resistance around, you know, 4.5-ish dollars, okay, 4.5-ish dollars. If we see any 4-hourly candle close, 4-hourly candle close could work above 4.5. See at the next, you know, daily resistance, which is around 4.8-ish to $5, 5.1. Interesting if you ask me. It would be crazy if we, like, you know, go all the way up and then we see a bad smash down to the downside, and then, you know, this end up, you know, this candle ends up with a long wick and barely any strength in the body. For Ali also looking good. Like, hello, Cake. Hello, Cake. This is not looking that horrible. Our side is fine-ish, soon-ish in overbought-ish territories though. Keep that in mind. If we close below this level right here, let me just draw it for you. Hold on. We got support around these levels on the 4-hourly, okay? Any candle close below this area would pull us, you know, back. Well, I could, you know, make it a bit wider, but that is gonna be such a big box, but it's not my fault. It's what the TA is telling me, okay? Between 3.9 to 3.7 is very possible, like that it acts as support. If we lose that one though, then there is not much holding us on the 4-hourly until 3.66-ish to a bit lower, you know, 3.5-ish dollars, okay? But keep in mind, if we start, you know, seeing some type of resistance around these levels, we can pull back these areas. That is, depends on really. If we touch the top of this box, the bottom of this box could end up, you know, acting as support, okay? Because first we have to break the, we have to see at least an hourly candle close above, you know, the bottom of this box to reach, you know, these levels, okay? So vice versa is gonna happen if we start seeing, you know, bulls losing strength at these levels, so then we could pull back. And if this support, doesn't hold, the bottom of this box, 4.1, eventually pull back a little bit, right? Okay. So 4 hourly, not looking that horrible. Looking at the oscillators, still positive, okay? Like buy pressure coming in. We have this bad divergence on one of the oscillators, though. Hourly also, right now at the moment there is some, bad divergence developing unless oscillators are gonna, follow. Since they're a lagging indicator, maybe they haven't done it yet. Unless, they follow, that's gonna be a different situation then. But our site is close to overboughtish also territories on the hourly. Otherwise, it's pretty much fine. It's looking fine. It's gonna be even looking better if we can see a daily candle close above this level, okay? $4.1. That would be awesome for cake. So the support, the resistance that we could, face and so on and so forth. Or profit taking levels. It depends on, how you see it, how you're, how one is looking at the charts. So that was cake. What's Bitcoin doing, guys? Still having a difficult time getting above that resistance, right? Obviously. Bulls are trying though. We have to give it to them. Like we have to clap a little bit and say good job. Like so far they're really trying their best. Oh, by the way, guys, did you hear Cardano was down? Like Cardano was down, like something happened with the nodes, something like that. But they survived. Everything is back to normal again. But they were down. Okay, the network was down today. When I read that, I was like, no, not Cardano too. And I keep on hearing about this bit Zlato and or Zlato something. I don't know, Zlatan something. I don't know, but there is some exchange I've never heard of in my life. Now the government is involved or something like that. Like I don't know what's going on. But it's supposed to be this big exchange, but I've never ever like in my whole crypto space, like in this whole time I've been in the crypto space, I've never once heard about it. I think it's called Bit Zlato, Bit something. So Europol reports $19.5 million in crypto got seized in enforcement action against Bit Zlato. I'm just reading this, okay, from an article. And I was like, I've never heard this, about this exchange. Like, why is it a big deal? Like, why are a lot of people writing about it? I mean, a lot of articles, so I could see it left and right, and I'm like, what's the big deal? $19.5 million in crypto is worst things have happened. So I don't understand why people are talking about this so much. Madness. Yeah, so apparently, just reading an article, guys. Cardano stake pool operators and users have been reporting at least half of the nodes for the network briefly went offline over the weekend. Okay. Most nodes impacted had gracefully recovered. No network restart was required. Awesome. This appears to have been triggered by a transient anomaly causing two reactions in the node. Some disconnected from a peer, others through an exception and restarted. Okay, cool. Well, the most important thing is, even though it had, some issues going on and so on and so forth, the network recovered without, external intervention. Simple, okay? I just wanted you guys to like, because I don't think this has happened like a lot with Cardano, unlike um Solana. I'm whispering it, unlike Solana. This usually does not happen with Cardano, so I just thought I should share it with you guys. Yeah, this is why decentralization matters. Uh, it matters. You can see it when things like this happen, and one node can 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 save things, so it's not a bad thing. Okay, guys, I've been live for what, 2.5 hours. Like today, we're not gonna go to 4 hours. Okay, I kind of, I had plans Sunday morning, but I kind of skipped it because I was too tired, too tired. So I gotta get in this beauty sleep, refresh, and so on and so forth. It was an awesome stream. Like we laughed, we hurt, some ears and so on and so forth. It happens sometimes. But I'm glad you guys, keep on finding your way to that channel. Like it keeps it keeps me motivated to come back here every single day. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please to consider, subscribing, liking, hitting the bell, and all that. You guys know the deal. And I appreciate you all. Much love. Thank you for the views, likes, all new, old subscribers, everybody. Like a lot of love to all of you guys. Stay safe out there. Great stream, Chart Striker. Chart Stalker. That was a good one, Mago, but I know what you mean. See you next time, or we'll chat on Discord. Good night, everybody. Definitely, Mago, definitely. Good night to you too, and thank you for tuning in. And I hope you have an awesome day tomorrow, okay? And yeah, I hope your ears are fine. So yeah, guys, thank you for the stream. Thank you for everything, and stay safe out there. Take care of each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.